If you read last week's email and watched the video, you'll remember that I had sent out a text message last week, the one that generated over $50,000. Well, it's now surpassed $75,000 from a single text message. How often are you communicating with your patients in a way that actually creates value and opportunity? Or are you just doing dentistry, hoping they will say yes? Well, here's the truth that most dentists don't understand. You can make any procedure in your office more valuable, higher quality, and more profitable. Anything. A cleaning, teeth whitening, a filling, an indirect restoration. The procedure doesn't change. The positioning does and how you explain it. You see, most dentists present everything at one level. So what do patients do? Well, they default to the lowest common denominator. What does my insurance cover? But what if instead of one level of care, you created two? Let's take something simple, a cleaning. Is it just a cleaning? Or is it a guided diagnostic health-driven experience, right? Something different. What if it's a oral detoxification, guided biofilm therapy? Now you're showing the problem via disclosing solutions so the patient can see what the problem is and educating the patient on traditional cleanings and how they're only about 50% effective. So you're delivering actually a better, more thorough experience. Maybe the first time you introduce it, you offer it at cost. But after that, it's maybe a $35, $65, $85 upgrade. Salivary diagnostics. What if you added that in? Now you're not just cleaning teeth, you're also analyzing their oral health and their overall health. So maybe once a year, $175 to $225, and patients don't question it because they understand it if you've explained it and provided the value. You didn't raise your fees, you increased the value. This applies to everything you do. Fillings, crowns, whitening. There's always a basic version and a better version. But if you don't clearly show the difference, patients will never choose it. So let me ask you, are you working harder or are you working smarter? Because working harder looks like more patients, more procedures, more stress. Working smarter looks like better positioning, higher value, more profit per patient. And this is where most dentists hit a wall. Because even when they understand this, they don't have a system to implement it consistently. In the next video, I'm going to show you why most dentists stay stuck and how to separate yourself from every insurance-driven office out there and how to become the obvious choice for patients who want more. Because when you create enough value, patients don't leave when you go out of network. They lean in. This is the weekly war. Are you winning?